Good evening, everyone. Today we'll start with the new unit, which is unit number 9. So the unit title is Adventure. So when you hear the word adventure, what do you expect to find, or what would you feel about it when you hear the word adventure? All right, it's very easy actually. When you hear the word adventure, what should come to your mind is, as you can see in this photo, excitement or adrenaline rush, amusing or amusement, natural life, and many other mini sports that we will find together. So, as usual, we will start with the main vocabs. As you can see over here, the photos represent the sports that we are doing. So, we made them into two types: water sports, and we will see in the next time what is the second type. So, as for the water sports, we have diving. So, what is diving? Diving is when you go like snorkeling, for example, but it's less than snorkeling because it's more than snorkeling. Because diving, now you will swim deep down in the sea, as you can see the coral reefs and other many amusing and amazing colorful fish. The next one, which is related to it, is kayaking. Now repeat after me. We have diving, and number 2 we have kayaking. Okay, so what is kayaking? As you can see in this picture, kayaking is a water sport that's related only in rivers, and mostly in a fast, shallow rivers. Okay, you can do it with one person that's swimming that's doing the sport with in a boat, or two, or you can be group work with many other participants. Now moving to a little bit staying in the sea, we have sailing. Okay, as you can see in this sport, it can be a sport, also a good adventure, and it can be an individual relaxing sport or adventure or spending time. In it, you will use everything you know or you learned about sailing with boats, yachts, and other many things. Okay, as you can see inside the sea, you can have many problems. And last but not least, the windsurfing. And here I cut it into two pieces for the sound of it. Wind surfing. So we all know what is wind, especially in these days, these windy days. And surfing is when you ride a board. So this could be more dangerous than you think it be, as well as all the other water sports. So let's repeat them again. First, we have diving. 2, we have kayaking. Sailing. Windsurfing. And the person who is riding the board doing windsurfing, we call him surfer. Moving to number 2. So the first type was the water sports. The second type is the mountain sports. So why do we call it mountains? Because most of them are on, not in, on mountains, simulating things. Like this is a mountain in the mountain biking, in the trekking also mountain. With rock climbing, it's a stimulation. There are stimulating a rock, okay, for just training. So let's start with the mountain biking. And take care, it's not mountain, it's mountain. If you pronounce it very fast, it could be mountain, but it's mountain, okay? So as you can see in the picture, they are cycling or riding their bikes on the mountain, which could be very dangerous because of the mountain isn't suitable for the cycling process or the cycling sports. You could fall out, you could hit your head. So that gives us or track us to another thing, which is the safety equipment for the rider or the biker. As you can see in the photo, they are wearing gloves, knee pads, and helmets. Of course, their bikes are special tires for the mountains. Okay, number two, we have trekking. Trekking could be an individual sport for a person, one person, or a group sport for many persons, and it's preferred to be groups, because who knows what can or might you see or find there. So what is trekking? Trekking simply it's walking. But it's not just simply walking. Look at the picture. He's having special equipment to walk on mountains. These walks take days. Okay? Not just to walk for an hour or two. No, they take days. Above there, right there over here, you can see zip lining. So I think the picture shows us everything. This is the zip lining. Why do we call it zip line? Because people use it to move from a place to another place, like the zipper we're wearing it. When we want to close our jacket, we close the zipper. When we want to open our jacket, we open the zipper. Like in our bag. When we want to go inside our bag, we open the zipper, and we want to close it, we close the zipper. So what can you see in this picture that can be special only for the zip lining? The danger of it, or the amusement or the excitement you get from the zip lining. It's safe most of the time. So when you zip lining, you find it from a high place to another lower place. Okay, so moving to the last one, rock climbing. So what is the difference between rock climbing and mountain climbing? From its name, rock climbing, you are climbing a rock, a part of the mountain. It could take you an hour or two or less than that. But when you climb a mountain, it can take several hours for several days. One of the fastest climb for the Mount Everest, took from one of the adventurers for 3 days. Every day he took 6 hours. So how did he survive on the mountain? You should ask yourself this question. Moving to next. Now we have two important words, if it's not concepts. We are talking about negotiation, which is negotiation is the noun for the word negotiate, for the verb negotiate, and argument for the verb argue. Okay, I'm going to rely all of these and to try to guess which one belongs to. Argument isn't, most of the time, isn't good. Because as you can see in the first picture, it has three major aspects. You are angry. Now there has to be accusation and fighting. Okay, let's talk about every one of them. Angry will make you take bad decisions. That's why we always say stay calm no matter what. So when you are angry with the person in front of you, the person in front of you won't be calm. He will always get angry because of you're angry. Now, accusing when you put the blame on someone. Okay, I blame you for doing that. I blame you for doing this. So as you can see in the picture, they are accusing each other. Maybe it's their fault, maybe it's not, but they are accusing each other. Now, all of this angry and accusing will lead to finally fighting. They will fight with each other. It could be with words, it could be with physical, and it could be something else. So these all aspects belongs to the argument. So we don't prefer arguments, we prefer negotiate or negotiation. Why? Because with negotiation, you have to compare thoughts. We compare our thoughts together. Maybe we agree on the same, we don't agree, but we will take the best of it. Okay, that's why we said comparing. Compare the best idea and take the one you benefit from it. As you can see in this picture, they are comparing and they will agree on the best idea. Cooperating here, this idea and this idea complete each other. So this idea is good and this idea is good, but both of them together are the best. So negotiation is good. And it's always friendly. Why? Because I explain myself and the other opinion or the opponent explain himself too. And we both agree on the best. Maybe they argued, two ideas good, one idea is good, and so on. And actually, when you come to it, we all negotiate with everything we do. Like for example, when you want to buy something and you want your father to buy it for you, or your mother, you tell them, get me this and I'll do that. Maybe they will tell you, no, do 1, 2, 3, and I will get it for you. So this is negotiation, when we all agree on doing something in return for something else. So there is a question. Do you agree with negotiating more or argument more? I want to hear or to listen to your opinion. Next. Oh, now we have some amusing part. The verb go with specific sports, some sports. Now, I can use go with diving. I can't use play or I can't use do. No, I use go. I say go diving, go kayaking, go windsurfing, go mountain biking, go rock climbing, go camping. Go zip lining and go trekking. Also, I can say go down the river, but this is an expression. Go down the river. Go mountain climbing, as we said, and go on a boat trip, go sailing. So with most of the verbs, with most of the sports, I want you to try and get out a pattern. Can you do it? Try to get out with a pattern that you can follow in order to list or identify the sports that you can use with the verb go. Think about it. Some things that we repeat, that we have repeated, with these sports? Think about it. Good. The ing. With all the sports that go with go, we use the ing ending, right? Diving, kayaking, windsurfing, mountain biking, and many other amusing or amazing sports that we can do. All right, so let's see what else do we have. Oh, now we have play and do. Play won't be with all sports. Play have some sports like play football, play basketball, play tennis, squash, and other many things that represents also some physical activity, some huge physical activity. Now we have do, judo, do boxing, and do karate, right? Karate or karate. Okay, now this is an amusing part 2, also intriguing. In, on, and at. Most of us don't know the difference between in, on, and at. So here is a small triangle or a small differentiation between them to make it easier for you. Okay, so as you can see right there, from the bigger to the smaller to the smallest. Or let's say general, make it more specific, make it more specific. Okay, so within we use general or bigger, the bigger part. For example, with time, we'll have with centuries, decades, and mostly we use them with years and months. A month, with years and the month. Like I say, in 1970, in 1981, or I can say in July, in May, in April, I can say in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. So this is part for the time. What about the location? I can say it with the countries in England, in Paris, in England, in France. I can say it with city, in London, in New York, in Washington, in Cairo, in Luxor. Okay. I also can say it with neighborhood, in Chinatown, in Khan al-Khalili, and so on. Now, with on, we are more specific. Specific with meaning what? Specializing. Take it, give more details. Like, when we are speaking about time, we are giving more details. Like, I'm not going to speak about the year or the months. No, I'm going to give a full date. On 7th of May, 1964. So with on, I'm giving more details. Okay, that's why we said N is the general. On, make it more specific or give more details. As we go deeper, we give more and more details. Now, I'm not going to speak about weeks. No, I'm going to speak about days. Like on my birthday. This is a day. On Eid al-Fitr. On Sham al-Nasim. On with days of the week. On Friday. On Monday. Or like today, on Tuesday. I can only use it with on the weekend. Now this is for the time. What about the location or place? I can use on with streets. Or instead of neighborhood, the whole neighborhood, no, part of it, we call it avenues. For example, as I can say on Oxford Street, on El Gala Street, or whatever street you would like. Now I can also say it with the corner, on the corner, or something like that. That's up to you. Now moving to at with giving very, very, very detailed information. You're being very specific, and it also has the smallest part. How? So we use at with hours, not days, not month, not years. We use it with hour at 7 a.m., at 12 o'clock, at 5 p.m. We also, that's for the time. What about the location? As for the location, as you can see over there, we use it with the address at 734 Oxford Street. That's a full address. That's full address. Okay, you can use your own. Or with a specific location at the store, at the mall, at the gym, at the sports center. Specific locations. Okay, so let's go next. Here we have practice on them, on the vocabs. So many tourists like to go, and remember with go we use with the sports that ends in ing, but all of them ends in ing. Windsurfing, diving, driving, and trekking. Okay, so let's see the other information. When they go on a journey on the Red Sea, so they mostly do what? A water sport, right? Why? Because it's in the Red Sea, so Red Sea will be for a water sport. Okay, so which there is a water sport? That's mountain. Driving also road. So we have diving and windsurfing. Look over here. I didn't say in the sea. No, not inside. I said on. Okay, but that's not all. I also said a journey. And I can't take a journey with windsurfing. No, so it must be diving. Number 2. Rock is one of the most dangerous sports. So rock what? Rock gardening, rock farming, rock climbing, or rock riding? Correct. It's rock riding. Hello, dear. How are you?
I am fine.
Good to see you. Okay. Now let's get back to our session. Okay. So let's continue. When we go camping and take care, go camping, as we said before, with the verb go, the sport after it will always or most of the time end in the ing. We sleep in a. This is camping. So in the camp, we don't have castles. No. We don't have hotels. That's not camping. So it's either a tent or a hut. So we are in a camp or go camping. So can you carry a hut? No, you can't carry the hut. The hut is a small place or a small hotel in the forest or in the nature. So the only other available choice or permanent choice is tent. It's important too. With other people, when you need to decide something important and to care. We studied previously about negotiation, which comes from the verb negotiate, and we also studied the word arguments. So what was the difference between argument and negotiate? So we said important decision. So Mariam, can you tell me which one of these fits better?
A.
A, correct. Negotiate. So with negotiate or negotiating, I will come to an important decision. because I don't live alone and I need to hear the thoughts or the ideas of the people around me. So it's important to negotiate with other people. In Dahab, in Sharm el-Sheikh, we are going to go in the mountains. So although it's in Dahab and in a sea city, we are going in the mountains. So what are we going in the mountains? Are we going kayaking? Kayaking is a water sport. Are we go windsurfing? Also water sport. Are we go diving? No, this is a water sport. So it's trekking. We are going to go trekking. Right, Mariam?
Trekking.
Good. So can you tell me the meaning of trekking in English? Yes. Simply it's
where some
good. So simply it's walking on the mountains, a sport that can be done by an individual or many. All you need to go is a boat and some wind. So boat and wind. It could be windsurfing or it could be sailing. But here it said a boat. So it's not surfing. Because with surfing, we need board. We don't need boats. So the most or the right choice will be sailing. Good job. Thank you. Okay. This is a practice. Okay, let's move to the next one over there. The journey to Ras Shaitan, space 20 days in the desert. Oh, do I choose makes, gives, takes, or spends?
Takes.
Great job, super. Takes. Diving is a sport. It's mountain, water. Good job. In the desert, we need a or an to help us find the way.
هتبقى جود.
Good. A, we need a guide. 10. Space are people who live in the desert. Of course, there aren't runners. They don't live in the desert. They moved. Beginners, that's a title. Villagers in a village. That's good. Number 8. Bedouins. So the Bedouins live in the desert. He was born on the 1st of March. Take care here. 1st of March. So this is the way that we can write the date. I can say 1st of March, or I can write it specifically 1st of March, F-I-R-S-T of March. So this number over here represent the name first. So this means the of March. As you said, Mariam, the 1st. Thank you. The 1st. A space is the best animal that can live and travel in the desert. Camel, good. Why did you choose the camel? Because he said live as well as travel in the desert. So that's why we choose the camel. Great. All right, next we have the future. So we should talk about going to. But as long as we are going to talk about the future, that gives me the chance to check on the future simple or will. Okay. As you can see, we will use first the future with will. Let's check it. Okay. As you can see, Mariam, can you help me and read these two examples?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
New more.
Good.
I will learn a new language.
Very good. Excellent. She will love the new movie. I will learn a new language. And as we used, will always will have after it the verb in the base form, or as we said in the infinitive. Okay, so this is our rule. First, we have the subject, which is the person who did this, the verb of the sentence. It can be noun or it can be a pronoun like she. After it, we have will, and will doesn't change with the subject. So I can say, like over here, she or I. If I change it to Mariam, if I change it to Mr. Ahmed, if I change it to Mr. Muhammad, if I change it to Mr. Ibrahim or Wael, it won't change. It will always stay well. Then, as we said, after it, we have the base form of the verb. And after that, the rest of the sentence or the object of the sentence, which was the new movie. Okay, here are examples and their meaning. Okay, or the usages of well. First, we use it to make a prediction about what you think will happen. To care, think what you think will happen. All right. So in the first sentence right there, or in the first example, wait a few minutes. I think. So in order to express predictions that I think, I use I think as a keyword. I think it will stop raining soon. So this prediction isn't based on evidence to care. So if it's not based on evidence in its prediction, we use will. We don't have evidence, so we used will. All right. To offer to do something for someone. You look frozen, as you can see in the photo. She is shaking. You look frozen. I'll make you some hot soup. And I didn't choose I will, but I make contraction to will with apostrophe the double L, right? So I will make you some hot soup. That here I'm offering to do something for someone. All right. To make a promise. Mariam, can you help me and read this promise?
Will be there by 8, don't worry.
Great. We will be there by 8. Don't worry. And take care. With strong feelings, we put the exclamation mark. We will be there by 8. And I can say we will or will, exactly. For just short, because we made contractions. We will be there by 8. So that's kind of promise. Or you can say, I promise you, I will do 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's up to you. So this is for promise. Or you can say it, I promise you, I will get you a gift or a present. That leads us to the first conditional if, which we use it with promises and we use will with it. To describe a decision you have just made. So this is, you can call it for fast decisions. I know I'll buy Aaron's surfboard in his birthday. This decision wasn't planned in advance. I just made it up. For example, you are in a restaurant and the waiter comes to you with the bill. So he said, I'll pay in credit or I'll pay in cash. Okay, this is a fast decision. All right. So when can we use the future simple? As we said previously, we can use it with prediction. I think he will win the race. She won't go to the market. And we also said with offering help. I will help you, mom. I will help my brother with his homework. Or you can also use it with promises. I will get the full mark. I will give you a present, as we said. Now moving to practice. Talia will or won't or isn't get a medal. She didn't jump high. So Mariam, which one do you think is the best answer?
Won't.
Won't. Why?
Because she didn't jump high.
Excellent. Because she didn't jump high, so I said won't. And won't is a contrast for will not. Okay. Number 2. This is a question form. Will it a good competition? And after will we be great. Why did you choose B? Because after B, we use the verb in the base form or in the infinitive. 3. Who will? Will what?
When?
Great, will win, as we referred before. Kareem will the match.
Play.
Play. Excellent. I think, I think he breaks the record.
Well.
Well, this is a prediction. Okay, thank you. Complete with the correct form for the verb. You, a lot of money.
You will earn.
Great. You will earn. Okay. Number 2.
You will travel around the world.
Sorry. Good. You will travel around the world. You will travel around the world. Great. Okay.
You
Number
will meet
3.
lots of interesting people.
Good. All right. Number 4.
Everybody will adore you.
Good. Everybody will adore you. Great. Number 5.
You won't have any problems.
Great job. You won't have any problems. Number 6.
Many people will serve you.
Great job. Many people will serve you. Number 7.
They will
Anticipate.
your wishes.
Great job. Yes, they will anticipate or think about your wishes. Number 8.
There won't be anything left to wish for.
Thank you. There won't be anything left to wish for. All right. So now that leaves us with going to. So look at this picture, Mariam, and tell me what's going to happen in this photo.
He is full.
Good. All right. So there is an evidence, right? You can see that he is. Right now, he is. But he didn't do it yet. So he will do it in the future. So how do I say it?
He will.
The man will fall? No, that's not correct. So how do I say it? I say it, the man is going to fall. But why did I do that? Because going to is used to make predictions when there is evidence in the present moment or in the present time. So in order to use going to, there have to be evidence, clue. All right. For this picture, can you tell me, can you give me a sentence expressing this picture?
She think she will have gold.
Okay, so when are you going to buy a car? Do you need a plan or do you just go and buy it? So we need a plan to think about it. Which car are we going to buy? How much is it? How will it take to save money for it? And so on. So this is planning. And with planning, we use going to. That's another explanation, or that's another use for going to. So going to, we use it with prediction that has evidence. And number 2, we use it with planning or planned activities. She's going to buy a car. Number 2, they have packed their bags to the beach. Okay, so do you think it will be they are going to the
They
beach or they will go to the beach?
are going.
Great. They are going to the beach. Why? Because I can see that they have packed their bags and their toys to the beach. Good job.
Plan.
Exactly. Why? Going to is used to talk about future events that have been planned in advance. Good. All right. How to form it? How to make a sentence using going to? First, we have the subject, which can be a name of a person or an object, or it can be a name of a person, or it can be a pronoun like he, she, or it. After it, am, is, or are. Then we use going to, after it, the rest of the sentence or the object. Okay, subject like I always take am. In positive, it will be I am going to. In the negative, I'm not going to. And I can't have two abbreviation and same time. With questions, I flip it to are you. He, she, it, or any singular noun, I will use after it as going to, then the rest of the sentence. With negative, we use isn't going to. We, you, they, and the plural nouns. I use are going to on the negative, aren't going to. Okay, Mariam, can you give me 3 examples using the 3 ways over there? Am, is, and are?
I am going to go my mother.
I'm going to go or go to my mother. Okay, that's planning to my grandmother. Very good. Okay, use
She,
he, she, or it.
she is going to the club.
Great. She's going to the club. All right. Use we, you, or they.
They aren't going to the club.
Great. They aren't going to the club. Interesting. Okay. As you can see in this picture, how can we describe it over there? They are going to cycle from Cairo to Alexandria. So we used Cairo to Alexandria. We have Whoop. They are cycling right now, wearing their equipment or their tools for safety. So they are going for a long ride. So that's why I said they are going to cycle from Cairo to Alexandria. Number 2. In this photo, is he going to eat the vegetables, Mariam?
No.
No, great. So he isn't going to eat any vegetables. And in this one, as you can see, they are practicing, or she is practicing, because, okay, she is going to get fit before her next birthday. So she has a plan. For next day, she will be fit, or she is going to get fitter. Okay, in simple, the future was going to and will. We use going to with planned events and intentions. Okay? As for will, we use it with recent decisions or quick decisions, promises, and predictions without clues or evidence. Planned events and intentions like she's going to attend college. And attending college isn't something you do in a night. No, you have to plan it. Which college and what is your goal? We're going to the movie next week. And because we said we are, so we are going to the movie. That's a group work that needs planning. So let's go to, well, I think I'll go to that party next week. So I'm expressing a promise or a decision. Both are correct. But here he said, I think. So expressing his opinion, his prediction for the future. The economy will get better soon. That is prediction, but there is no clue. Okay, complete with the correct form. It. Will or going to?
It
Care, to
is
care.
going to rain.
Raining isn't something that happens suddenly, but there are evidence. So
It is going to go to rain. Rain.
good. It's going to rain. Exactly. It's going to rain. They, stew. Stew here or
They are
soup.
going to eat.
Good. They are going to. So they are going to. Great. Okay, number 3. I blue shoes tonight. So this is planning too. So I said, I am
Um,
good. I am going to wear or to wears.
where
Great. We not help you.
we aren't going to help you.
Excellent. We aren't going to help you. Jack not walk home.
Jack is isn't going to walk home.
Perfect. Isn't going to walk home. Cook you dinner. The care. This is a question. So it will start with the
Are
helping
you
verb.
going to cook dinner?
Excellent. Are you going to cook dinner? Great. Number 7. Sue
Is
or Marwa, or you can say this is a name. Sue, her
isn't
biscuits.
isn't going to share his biscuits.
Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Number 8. Leave. They. Okay. This is always also a question.
Are they going to leave the house?
Great. Are they going to leave the house? Also, number 9. Also a question.
Is going is she going to take part in the concert? In the concert?
Exactly. Is she going to take a part in the contest? Great. Okay, last one, number 10.
I am not going to spend my holiday abroad this year.
Good. I'm not going to spend my holiday abroad this year. Excellent, and thank you so much, Mary. Okay, leaving to another exercise, but this exercise is about going to complete all the sentence with to be, going to do, to, and the verb in the brackets. Like, we are going to cook dinner this evening, as we did in the previous examples. Next summer, I to England. Use travel.
I am going to travel.
Thank you. I'm going to travel. My sister Maria live in Madrid. Use live.
Is going to live in Madrid.
Exactly. Is going to live in Madrid. Next one. Number letter C.
They are going to play tennis this afternoon.
Very good. My father a new car. Use buy.
Is going to buy a new car.
Good job. Now, Susan and David see the film tonight.
Are going to see the film tonight.
Exactly. Very, very good. I space visit the dentist tomorrow.
I am going to visit the dentist tomorrow.
Thank you so much. So with I, we use am, and with singular nouns or pronouns, we use is, and with plural nouns or pronouns, we use are. All right. So complete the following sentences using the correct form of going to or will with the verb provided. Be prepared to explain the reason for your choice. And remember that sometimes you can use the going to or will. take care. So this question is about will and going to. We will choose which one fit the best. Okay, this is your homework. Kindly take a screenshot for it and do it at your home. Send it to me. I'll see it next time. Okay?
Okay.
Can you take the screenshot now? Tell me when you're ready.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So we'll stop here today, and we will continue next time. Pleasure to have you with me. I'll see you next time. Okay? Bye bye.
Bye bye.